1980s gave us some of the biggest songs in music history. But not every hit was welcomed with open arms. Some were pulled from radio, others sparked heated debates, worried parents, challenged broadcasters, and even caught the attention of politicians. What sounded like just another catchy song could suddenly become a national controversy overnight. And one track on this countdown caused such a reaction that it helped change the way albums were labeled for years to come. So which song created the biggest firestorm of the decade? Stay to the end, because number one has a story few people remember today. Number 10. Physical, Olivia Newton-John. There are moments when an artist completely changes the way the world sees them, and in 1981, Olivia Newton-John did exactly that with Physical. Until then, many listeners still associated her with the sweet, polished image that had made her a household name. Then came a song built around a playful phrase that suddenly had radio hosts, parents, and commentators talking. Some stations reportedly refused to play it, while others questioned whether Olivia had pushed things a little too far. But instead of slowing the song down, all that attention seemed to make it even bigger. Physical spent an incredible 10 weeks at number 1 and became one of the defining hits of her career. Looking back now, it feels far more playful than shocking. But in 1981, it represented a very different Olivia. And that raises a fun question. Do you remember hearing this one when it first took over the radio? Drop your memory in the comments, because the next song proves that sometimes just one line can keep a hit controversial for decades. Number 9. Money for Nothing, Dire Straits. Few songs captured the MTV era quite like Dire Straits' Money for Nothing. That famous guitar sound, the sharp humor, and its larger-than-life attitude made it impossible to ignore in 1985. But beneath the catchy surface was a song written as satire, a character looking at rock stars on television and wondering why fame seemed to come so easily. The problem was that one particular lyric quickly became the center of a much bigger debate. Over the years, some broadcasters edited the song, others restricted it, and listeners continued arguing over whether the words should be judged by the character saying them or by how they sounded outside that context. Mark Knopfler defended the song as storytelling, but the discussion never completely disappeared. If you're enjoying these forgotten stories behind the hits, a quick like really helps us keep digging into music history. And stay with us, because the next entry shows what happened when controversy moved from the radio straight into the national spotlight. Number 8. We're Not Gonna Take It, Twisted Sister. Sometimes the song that sounds like the simplest rebellion ends up becoming part of a much bigger fight. When Twisted Sister released We're Not Gonna Take It in 1984, its huge chorus felt almost impossible not to shout along with. You don't know us, you don't belong. But as concerns about popular music grew across America, the track found itself pulled into the national debate over what young people should and shouldn't be listening to. Frontman Dee Snider was eventually called before a U.S. Senate hearing, where many expected the wild-haired rocker to fit every stereotype critics had created about heavy metal. Instead, he surprised the room with a calm, thoughtful defense of artistic freedom. The moment changed how many people saw both Snyder and the song. What began as a defiant rock anthem suddenly represented something larger. We don't want nothing from you. The right of listeners to decide for themselves. And from here, the countdown takes a much darker turn, with the song whose title alone was enough to ignite years of controversy. Number 7. Suicide Solution, Ozzy Osbourne. Few artists in the 1980s attracted controversy quite like Ozzy Osbourne, but one track pushed the debate far beyond his stage image. Suicide Solution, released in 1980, became the center of intense public attention after a family argued that the song had negatively influenced their teenage son. Ozzy maintained that the song had been misunderstood, explaining that its message concerned the dangers of alcohol rather than encouraging harmful behavior. Still, the controversy grew, eventually reaching the courts and becoming part of the wider moral panic surrounding heavy metal at the time. For many listeners, it raised an uncomfortable question that still follows popular music today. How much responsibility should an artist carry for the way someone interprets a song? Decades later, the debate surrounding this track is remembered almost as much as the music itself. And if you think that was controversial, the next band discovered that a few lines of lyrics could divide even their own fans. I needed some peace of mind that'll stay. Number 6. 1 in a Million. Guns, one of the most debated recordings in the band's catalog. Axl Rose defended the lyrics as reflecting the perspective and experiences of a character. Clamped in front of my back. But that explanation never ended the argument. Some listeners viewed the track as raw storytelling. Others felt the language went far beyond what artistic context could justify. You're 1 in a million. Yeah, that's what you want. Years later, the song was left off certain reissues, ensuring the debate would continue into another generation. If these stories are bringing back memories of when rock music actually made headlines, you're 1 in a million, babe. You're a shooting star. Give the video a quick like, because the next entry proves pop music could create just as much controversy as hard rock. Number 5. I Want Your Sex, George Michael. In 1987, George Michael was stepping away from the clean-cut image many listeners remembered from Wham, and he chose a song guaranteed to get people talking. I Want Your Sex arrived with a title that was impossible to ignore. Especially in an era when radio programmers were still extremely cautious about suggestive material. Some stations limited its airplay. Others avoided it altogether. And suddenly, one of pop's biggest stars was at the center of a conversation about what could be said openly in mainstream music. But George Michael insisted the song wasn't simply about provocation. Its message was tied to intimacy, commitment, and adult relationships. That distinction didn't stop the headlines. In fact, the controversy only made listeners more curious. The result was a song that became inseparable from Michael's transformation into a more independent, daring artist. And yet, the next performer would spark a reaction so powerful that one song helped change music packaging forever. Number 4. Darling Nikki, Prince.
Woke up the next morning, Nikki Nikki wasn't there.
Some controversial songs slowly attract attention. Darling Nikki practically helped launch a movement. Hidden inside Prince's hugely successful Purple Rain album in 1984 was a track whose provocative storytelling shocked some parents who heard it. One of them was Tipper Gore, who later became a leading figure in the Parents Music Resource Center, or PMRC. The organization pushed for clearer warnings on albums containing material parents might consider unsuitable for younger listeners. And Darling Nikki became one of the most famous examples in that campaign. Prince, however, never built his career around making audiences comfortable. Mystery, sensuality, theatricality, and boundary pushing had always been part of what made his music different. What's remarkable is that an album track, not even one of the era's biggest conventional singles,
I met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating,
became part of a national debate over music, parenting, and artistic freedom. And the controversy was only getting bigger. Number 3. F the Police, N.W.A.
And not the other color, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority.
By the late 1980s, controversy in music was no longer limited to provocative videos or worried parents. N.W.A. brought something far more confrontational into the mainstream conversation. Their 1988 track, F the Police, expressed anger toward policing and the experiences young black men described in their communities, delivering its message with a directness that immediately attracted national attention. Supporters heard frustration and social commentary that rarely appeared so openly in popular music. Critics heard something they believed crossed a line. The reaction became even more remarkable when the FBI sent a letter to the group's record distributor expressing concern about the song's message toward law enforcement. Instead of making N.W.A. disappear, the attention helped turn the group into one of the most talked about acts in America. What do you remember more, the music itself or the headlines surrounding it?
Fuck that shit, 'cause I ain't the one for a punk motherfucker with a badge and a gun to be.
Let us know below. Because at number 2, an attempted radio ban produced almost the exact opposite result. Number 2, Relax. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. There's nothing quite like being told you shouldn't hear a song to make everyone want to hear it. Frankie Goes to Hollywood learned that lesson with Relax. Released in 1983, the track was already attracting attention with its pulsing production and provocative undertones when the BBC controversy pushed it into another league. Rather than disappearing, Relax became even more desirable, climbing into the center of British pop culture while clubs and listeners embraced the very record broadcasters were uncomfortable with. Suddenly, controversy had become free publicity. The song's hypnotic rhythm and unapologetic attitude made it one of the defining records of the era. While the debate surrounding it demonstrated how difficult it had become to control what audiences wanted to hear. The harder people tried to quiet it, the louder its cultural presence seemed to become. But even this controversy would be overshadowed by our number 1 artist, who managed to mix pop music, powerful imagery, religion, and one of the world's biggest brands into a single, unforgettable storm. Number 1. Like a Prayer, Madonna. By 1989, Madonna already knew how to dominate pop culture, but Like a Prayer pushed that talent to an entirely different level. The song itself was dramatic, emotional, and unmistakably Madonna. Yet it was the accompanying imagery that turned its release into a worldwide conversation. Religious symbolism appeared alongside themes of desire, injustice, and personal awakening, leaving some viewers fascinated and others deeply uncomfortable. The reaction spread far beyond music television. Madonna had recently entered a major promotional partnership with Pepsi, but as criticism surrounding the video intensified, the company ended its campaign connected to her. What could have damaged another artist instead became another defining chapter in Madonna's career. The controversy didn't erase Like a Prayer. It made people discuss it even more. More than 3 decades later, that may be the real lesson of this countdown. Sometimes the songs people argue about the most are the ones they never manage to forget. Which song on this list surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments, and subscribe to Pure Nostalgia Flashback for more stories behind the music that defined a generation. The 1980s proved that a great song could do more than climb the charts. It could start conversations, challenge expectations, and become part of a much bigger cultural moment. Some of these tracks faced backlash, others were misunderstood, and a few only became more famous because people tried to silence them. Decades later, they're still being discussed, remembered, and played. So which song on this list surprised you the most, and which controversial 80s hit would you add? Drop your pick in the comments, and if you enjoy stories behind the music, like the video and subscribe to Pure Nostalgia Flashback for more unforgettable moments from music history.